Yo guys, what's up? It's X3BD here, and this is our first actual episode of the My Team career mode on F1 2020. So straight up, we have in the first episode we did one powertrain upgrade. Now in this one we are going to do a durability upgrade. As we do now, we do the first durability upgrade to hopefully just let some of our parts last longer and stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, obviously going straight into Q1 now, but we just gotta let this short intro roll out. Alright, so here we are in our first qualifying lap, which is a quite big occasion for us. But obviously, whilst we're just going around this lap, obviously if you want to keep up to date what happens in my team, and if you just like my content in general, I will go back to doing my old form of content, which is just playing random games. But at the moment I am really enjoying what F1 2020 has. So yeah, I thought if I'm enjoying like playing it and stuff like that, I might as well record it and post it, because it's just what people do. So yeah, so make sure you do like, subscribe, make sure you do hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications so you're notified as soon as I upload a video. So you can see going to the end of this lap, we do get a 128.4, and now we're going straight into Q2 because my dumbass didn't put something in between. So yeah, this is Q2. We only did need one lap to get from Q1 into Q2. So we did qualify going from Q1 to Q2. We did put it in 10th. So we're hoping for another kind of performance like this, but this first lap was absolutely terrible. I could not find like any downforce or anything like that, so I kept on going wide in a couple of corners. So yeah, I couldn't keep the time that we honestly needed to get a good lap in. This lap was around a 130.2. So yeah, I see a 130.2. So we are going to put on our another set of softs and go out for our second lap. Hopefully, well, if you are seeing this, which you are, this lap is obviously going to be better. With only 3 minutes left in the session, we do start this lap. But yeah, going down to turn 1, we do end up finding a bit of time through turn 1. And going on to this first straight. Now coming on along to the end of the lap, finding 1 second, which would push that time to a 129.2 if we do bang on a second of time like found, which is decent enough. But I don't know how far that might put us up if we do find around the second, which is what we're hoping to do. As you can see, we're going around to the DRS activation point and across the line. It only pushes up 1 second. We do find a second, but that isn't enough to get us any higher than 15th. For now,
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1, of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Albon, Ricciardo, Sainz, Norris and Sergio Perez, Gasly, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Kvyat, a Mercedes, Aitken, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell, Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Magnussen and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Yeah, you've got to love the default graphics, and now we go to Private Light and we are off. So we are hoping for a good start, which is what we get. We do straight away overtake Caveat. I don't know if that. Yeah, going around the outside of everyone, pushing the track on this to a razor sharp edge. Going through the first couple of turns, we do find our way up to P9. But obviously, we do have a McLaren behind us, which does not mean any good because the McLaren on this game is quite fast for a midfield team. So we are just going to have to defend with a lot of might to just hopefully keep that position. And we are going to see Norris having a couple of goes at just like poking around at us. I see he tries to go around the outside there, but he doesn't succeed, so he keeps it. Yeah, again, he tries to go to the inside, but he doesn't. Which is good, because as long as we can keep Norris behind us, we might not lose any more places. Obviously, if we can keep Norris behind us, because as basically just need to defend from Norris, because our car cannot compete with his at the moment. As we go on to the start of lap 2, we're just going to see that straight line speed of the McLaren come into play and just overtake us, but it does lock up, which we do keep advantage of by keeping it around the outsides, but we do go wide and basically just lock the position altogether. But Ocon now has just had an amazing run compared to us, and does keep it down, well, does send it down our inside, and we're just going to have to try to keep ourselves there. You can see we do make collision with him going out of that turn, well, not like just after the straight, but yeah, we do try to keep it with him. I do make contact with his rear left tyre, but yeah, he does end up getting a position which does push us out of the points, but we are still quite high up. So now we just gotta try to keep it here. And coming on to the start of lap 3, we are just falling down the order at the moment because this car cannot keep up to the rest of them. So we do try to have another go. Well, as soon as we do try to have a go back at Gasly, but we do hobble over the curb, which loses us a lot of speed, and Gasly just ends up getting it done. But we do have DRS. So we do try to overtake Gasly with the DRS that we do have, but obviously he has DRS to work on. But we do end up getting the move done, maybe just at the end of these S's, I'm pretty sure. We do end up getting this move done, which is good for us. But we do have a shit exit through another one of those S kind of things. but we do just find no grip again, because that is a running theme with this car at the moment through Bahrain. I'm finding no grip. Oh, and we go wide, which does just let Gasly stroll on past. Oh, and Perez. We have Perez and Gasly just stroll on past, because after us going wide, we just have nowhere to defend. But we do keep it with Perez. Just get through those corners, going on to the second to last straight. And that's who we're mostly going to have to defend from now, which is Perez. Perez is the person that we do have to watch out for, because obviously, yeah, again, yeah, you can see that car, definitely the soft will just easily overtake us on the straights, as it has done. There is no actual way we are going to be able to defend from Perez, but we do make contact with his rear, just a couple of taps. Obviously, we do have a person behind us, which is Jack Aiken, which is our teammate, which is now on lap 5. Might have a quick go at us, and as you see, he does go and have a go at us, but we're no stranger to finding our teammates here, so we do keep it around. Obviously, I do go off-roading again, but we do have an illegal overtake, so we have to hand the position back to Aiken. So now, just trying to keep at Aiken. Obviously, after I overtake him here, going through the second straight, I think. Yeah, going through the second straight. I really need to stop putting numbers after me, just call it straight. But yeah, going through now to the, I'm pretty sure this is the back straight. Jesus Christ, my knowledge of Bahrain is fucking terrible. But yeah, my tyres, even though they were still not that worn, were just performing really terrible. But now going on to lap 13, going on to 14, I'm pretty sure this is where Scholl was just going to waltz past us like Perez did. And he just leaves me nothing. I can't really defend from him or anything like that. So yeah, there you go, just Scholl just strolls on past us, as the name implies, I guess you can say. We're just going to stroll past us because of his car compared to ours. But we are just going to see if we can send it down the inside, which we do. But I don't think Scholl is going to let it that easily. So here we go, just going for the S's, but he doesn't go back. So now going through the back straight, we do go wide, which does let Scholl patch up a bit, then just not having a good exit. I can run through a couple of those corners, which does mean Scholl's easily going to send it down our inside. Really the straight, because of the speed of that racing point, is just immaculate compared to our car. So now going up the start finish straight, activating the DRS, actually did get off the Scholl, even though I don't think he does have DRS. He is going to, oh, and we go 3 wide with Scholl and Aiken, going into turn 1, as we do hit the rear of Scholl. That is us spin around, that is us spun around. There's nothing we could do about that. We just did hit Scholl, and that basically has now fucked up our race. We are now P22 out of 22. So now we're just on the hunt back for positions. So yeah, we do see later on lap 7, we will pit for new tyres, because the mediums were not really, I guess you could say, that good, honestly. But yeah, we do pit for new tyres. We do go onto the hards. It was quite early, but I think it would work out. Obviously, you gotta wait and see if the hards do work out, if I can drag these hards from lap 8 to lap 29. Yeah, now leaving the pits. It's a I'm pretty sure that's a 16-second gap to Perez in front. So now we are on a hunt for 16 seconds. But yeah, and now as you can see, there's a lot of people in the pits, but the person that we are going to be able to overtake is Grosjean, just leaving the pits now. Just get that move, well, not even a move, just stroll past him whilst he was in the pits. Which is how we make a lot of our positions up from now on, is just trying to push hard whilst the other people are pitting. I see now, lap 15. Grosjean does have a go of us, but we do overtake Latifi and Magnussen, but we do go back at Grosjean. We almost have another stroll incident where we almost spin that time instead of spinning, which I couldn't help the first time. So yeah, we do get that move back, well, get that position back on Grosjean for P19. Now going on to the final corner. Yet again, still on lap 15, we are going to probably see Grosjean yet again waltz past us, as obviously us in this car, it's not that easy to really overtake us if you do have DRS on the straight. There we do try to keep up with him. Magnussen does have a look now, which we do kind of just give the position to, as I couldn't really defend from him or anything like that. But we do have DRS, so that means we will try have another go at him, maybe damn it down his inside, which I think we do. Yes, we do. We do dive it down his inside, but he does go straight back at us with another move. Nice little switch back. We do tap his rear for quite an extended amount of time, I have to say so. Yeah. Now, we have to just try to hopefully just keep up with him now. It's the best thing we can do. Now we are on lap 19 as we do overtake Perez, that went and has gone into the pits for another set of mediums, I think that was. Yeah, it was. He's pitted for another set of mediums, which does put him quite low in the order now. As we cut down a bit, we do have yellow flags in front, which is, I think, Stroll. Stroll does retire somewhere in this race, but I do not get a pop-up for him actually retiring. Oh no, it was Russell. Russell spun or something. I can't really get, I didn't get the replay up in time because I recorded this the day before. I'm actually voice-overing it. I didn't get the replay up or anything like that, so sorry people. I see George Russell is out. George Russell is out of the session. As you can see, now we are going to dive into the pits for a set of softs, which we go on to now. But yeah, I do not know what happened to Grosjean, why he's so far behind now. Yeah, I see we do get this pit stop done, which is a 2-second pit stop, which is quite good, I guess you can say. Even as we're only 200th of a second off of the world record pit stop. So yeah, leaving the pits now. We do basically cut to the final lap of the Grand Prix now, because nothing really interesting happens. Basically all that happened from lap 24 to lap 29 is me trying my heart out to try to catch up to Latifi, but it just never ended up working because he was still 5 seconds in front. But as you can see, Valtteri Bottas does take the checkered flag. But yeah, as we are coming around the final corner, we do take P19, which is good enough for us, seeing as the kind of race that we do have in our first ever race in F1.
Fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the deserts. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
But yeah, that's just after our first race of the career.
So
yeah,
it's time to see
as
how
we
this
can
result
see,
affects the Drivers' Championship.